Hey guys, it's Cameron here. I just wanted to make a few announcements and make a few like update things as what's going on. But beforehand, when this video does come out, which today hopefully is when the video comes out will be 4th of May. So in other words, May the 4th be with you guys and all them nerds who do believe in the Star Wars thing. Um, I just want to get a few things off my chest, um, with consents of the channel, um, and with the videos that that I've been putting up, and as well as videos that I haven't put up. Um, for those who have been subscribing to my channel for a long time, I do appreciate you guys, even though you might have been was not been watching much of my stuff, been busy with your own lives. I do appreciate you guys. Those who are new to the channel, originally the channel was supposed to be for AMVs, back when I was a teenager, and I wanted to do something with the channel and just have it as a personal channel with no videos, have it as loads of favorites, and essentially creating AMVs because I thought, oh dude, that was the shiz, yo. Just create these AMVs without no copyright issues, la 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 la. But as the years gone by, I've done new things trying to do vlogs after the Shaytards things because the Shaytards when I was growing up in college I did like the Shaytards. I still do, and they do lighten up my day. But essentially it was going to be it was going to be a vlog channel sort of, though that maybe sometime in the future. Even though I have done a few vlog videos back a few years ago, but I've not had the time and effort to just put up the vlog videos, and at the same time I didn't have a video editor at the time. Just later on out was I did have a New Year's resolution saying, right, what do I want to do with certain parts of my life, and one of them came to my YouTube channel, and it was essentially, what do I want to bring to my YouTube channel now? Because the vlogs weren't doing anything, and it was just something to preoccupy my time. And that's what essentially it is doing now, with the video game content, because one of my friends from 4Player Gaming, which I have mentioned a few times, David, if you guys haven't checked them out, go check them now. They're super nice, and they're a bunch of fun guys. Essentially, if you've watched them, these group of people before, they're basically the 4Player podcast, except these four guys know each other, and well, a 4Player podcast. But essentially, they've just started up, and each one had specific games. So it's not just they all do one console. All of them do Xbox, all of them do PS3. No, no. Essentially, each one does a specific thing. So Nate will do not Nate, Nez. Sorry. And if Nez, you're watching this, I apologize for calling you Nate instead of Nez. But yeah, Nez does PC games, I think, and sort of the mobile games like Jurassic Park Builder and Kingdom Rush. There is another guy which I don't know as of yet. I don't know what he'll do. There is Dale who will be doing the PlayStation stuff, and my friend David who does the Xbox stuff. Although originally, when I was putting the video game stuff up, originally I was going to put up a Mighty Quest for Epic Loot video, and it was just essentially going to be a sort of versus series. It was going to be a little like manga versus foreplay, and it was essentially just going to be me versus against my friend David, and we were going to see who raided each other's castle the fastest. And while starting out, I accidentally deleted the video like a stupid bastard. But back to the story of my channel. I had the resolution of, shall I make my channel a video game channel or a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, which essentially was going to be like Dueling Network, Dev Pro, and basically all the stuff that like Cyber Knight does or Asian Eyes does. Though I think I didn't have a vast grip of it, though. At the time, I think now, as I'm thinking it now, and as I'm rambling as well, essentially what I was going to do alongside those footage, filming the footage, I was going to do like sort of a thing called Yugi Talks, which was going to show clips of like some of my matches, and me talking over it about like certain aspects of the Yu-Gi-Oh game, how it's developed, how like each deck works and such. And whilst going through, I learned was going to actually talk about for the first episode was old versus new, which was essentially how the game has changed now and how our minds have now changed if they kept playing. How back in the day, like the powerful cards out there were essentially like the Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and such. Whilst now the only like bigger cards out there is just anything that has enough power, or a deck that can run consistently, or a deck that knows how to like stop certain decks. And that just like sort of came down as I was going through college. No, not college. I also was going through university, but at the time, things were just like creeping up, like failing my first year, redoing my first year, and moving house, and just things kept on going down and down. And with now coming up to second year, I think it did spark it with my friend David at Foreplay, like doing his walkthrough stuff, and it just kind of sparked that an old resolution that I wanted to do, and it came, coming from one of my friends, just gave me that inspiration to like actually give it a try, see how it goes. And with such, minus my quest for epic loot, was the Hearthstone stuff. The Hearthstone episode, which then later on was doing like Final Fantasy Friday, and any other thing that was coming to mind. That's where I want to come now with the updates to my videos. With Hearthstone Tuesdays, I'm not going to do them anymore. It's just not that there's anything bad with Hearthstone. It's essentially a good game. It was basically when I was thinking, oh, should I fully retire from Yu-Gi-Oh or like just be semi-retired, which I am currently now, though I'm sort of getting back to it with a few decks that I wanted to like try out or like trying to build myself. And it was just essentially, it was like capturing a bit with the side that I like of Yu-Gi-Oh, and at the sense, at the time, when I was with my girlfriend Kat, which we've broken up, like I think now almost 2 years. 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years. I can't remember now. But it was just essentially like it had bits of Yu-Gi-Oh that I did like, and at the same time had bits of Magic that I did give it a try. And with Hearthstone, I did enjoy it a bit more, and I think what kept on going was the Leroy Jenkins card that I wanted to get hold of. I was like, oh man, I need that Leroy Jenkins card. I need it so much. But with Hearthstone, it just later became a grind fest. With like getting gold just to get packs, and it was just if you didn't have a good deck, you of course will get your butt handed to you. But even then, it was essentially like a pay to win sort of thing, and as much as I wanted to like keep on playing Hearthstone, I think just like later on, it was just like no, I don't want to carry on. It's like it's too much of a hassle to do certain quests just to get gold so you can get packs and continue on just to get even more packs, or just like spend money just to get packs, which you could just use other cards of different rarities minus commons just to get the cards that you need. So the Hearthstone Tuesdays, I'm not fond of anything to replace it, but with Hearthstone, I'm just going to leave it as it is. As for Final Fantasy Fridays, I know I've not done any episodes for the past 2 weeks now. Again, I've been busy with university whilst it's now coming up to like sort of second final semester for me, considering I'm doing animation. Hearthstone, Final Fantasy Friday is not going to stop. As much as I don't get any views, I don't know why. With Final Fantasy Friday, it's not a sense of a fresh breath of fresh air, but it's something to look for me. It's something to look forward to when I do it on like a certain day, and then when it comes up to Friday, I know it's like getting into a routine to like, oh, I need to upload it, need to like wait for it to upload and blah 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 blah. But with Final Fantasy Friday, it was somewhat good to do, because even though it wasn't exactly like a walkthrough, which again I am not going to do like sort of a walkthrough thing with it unless it's like bits that I know of that part of Final Fantasy. But it was just going through the first one, which I'm still doing now. It's still a breath of fresh air, just like going back to like how it originally was, where it was just a random battle system, then just like was an actual action battle system where you're like currently set where you are and just running around and attacking and such. Which again, I'm not complaining with some of it, though. With the Final Fantasy now, it's like, okay, I think we've had enough. Minus like the online Final Fantasy stuff, which works well because like most RPGs, they evolve around that with the sense of just like clicking, walking up to it, and attacking it, and you can like see it in stuff like World of Warcraft and such other games like Terra, which again that is a beautiful game. It does kind of remind me of Final Fantasy, but it just takes up so much memory. Just like the entire thing was it just upload it. It takes like 40 gigs just to download and install onto your hard drive. It's fucking mental. But going back to the first Final Fantasy, it was just again a breath of fresh air, and just going through it, I do feel like as though I am a little kid again playing Final Fantasy for the first time in my life. Even though like my first Final Fantasy game was like even though it was only for a little bit, was Final Fantasy VII, and like the first Final Fantasy game I properly played was the Tactics game. And as much as I never completed a Final Fantasy game, it was just like something to do. It was like, oh, if I want to do the first Final Fantasy game, I want to try and complete it. And that's like where Final Fantasy Friday came. And I have said it in, I think, two videos, that the other inspiration for it was from Nerdcube, and I do love watching his videos, especially when I was watching like History Game Fridays, which he did one of them. Even though I think he said that he was going to stop it, though he did bring it back because he was like really ill. but essentially, Final Fantasy Friday was like inspired by NerdCube's free game Friday. It was just like paying a homage to it, if maybe. Other update, other things that I wanted to do, more like idea wise, was again it's going back to the Hearthstone Tuesday thing, which like I do want to drop now, but I'll still keep up the video if just for people to see, and just like to get to see. I get a feel of it before they do actually play it. There are other games that I do want to do, besides like the Final Fantasy stuff. Though it's one of them is RPG wise. The other ones I just want to like experiment if I can, like I did with the birthday special, which I did for Moon Mesa. Which again I do want to apologize for. With the lag in it, I really didn't want to have any lag issues, but it turned out that I didn't delete the original RAW file for the like the first part, the first episode of the Moon Mesa video, and it turned out that it was causing me to lag, which caused memory to drop. And essentially, it was just it was absolutely awful to play Moon Mesa. Though with the third episode, fourth, I'll try and get them done as best as I can. When I get some free time, because at the moment my university work comes first, and along with some others that I need to do for university, and like fun comes second. Even though I'm just going back to like oh, I don't want to do my work. I actually just want to relax, just like play a league, play a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, just watch stuff on YouTube. Basically, back to my old procrastinator days. I'm back to like my younger days at college and secondary school. But then again, as you grow up as to be an adult, nothing like that happens where you're just like, oh, I just want to chill. I just want to do that. And the only time that you can like properly relax is if you have a holiday, which probably won't happen anytime soon. But back to like game stuff. Moon Mesa, like I said, when I get the chance, I'll try and finish off episode 3, and hopefully, depending how long it takes for that episode, hopefully it should end at 3. If not, should end at the 4th episode. Game wise, with the Final Fantasy Friday thing, I did think of another RPG, but it wasn't just one RPG. This was like a series of RPGs that I wanted to play. And I was like, for like sort of a Monday thing, I was thinking, why don't I try and do like a Mario RPG week thing? But instead of going for, and I know some fanboys are really going to hate me about this, I don't want to do the first Mario RPG game, which should have been like like Paper Mario, but the proper like fans that didn't notice knew about that, the RPG, which would be Super Mario RPG, and that I don't want to do because I didn't grow up playing Super Mario RPG. I did when I was in secondary school, when I tried out like the actually it was no it was actually on Super Nintendo, but I didn't grow up playing Super Mario RPG. I did when I was like growing up, when I learned about like the ZSNES and like emulators. And when I gave it a try, I was like, oh man, this is really great. And also like at the time listening to like the Geno Forest song by Kurbother, or Chris Neoseed, the guy that does Tome, and which I do love the series of Tome. And, I recently got into it, and it's just how amazing it's done. And later now, I was just thinking, when's the second season of Tome coming out? And he just puts up a video saying was, oh, I'm going to do a second season, but was with new designs, and if anyone wants a character done again, doing like a $5 commission thing. I'll put your character into the show. But going back to like the Forest Waltz song, that I did love, and then when I managed to get a hold of playing Super Mario RPG, it was just amazing. So like I was saying before, I didn't grow up playing Super Mario RPG, but instead I wanted to like try and do if I can do like the Superstar Saga, so like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the Mario and Luigi's Partners in Time game, which I'm still going through, and that's gorgeous. And like minus like the Luigi Dream Team game, trying like if I can finish off with the Bowser's Inside story. And I know I have completed the game, but I don't know why that game to me was just like brilliant. It was not only did you like focus a bit on like the Mario and Luigi sections, but it focused like mostly on just Bowser, and I just loved it, especially like the end game, which I'm not going to spoil, but it felt it was most games like some would say it feels good to be bad. No, this the game doesn't make you feel good to be bad. It makes you feel good to punch punch enemies in the face with Bowser's fists, and I just loved it. Death minus like there are like two enemies, one of them being like a walking beehive, which I was like, okay, well this doesn't bother me as such. And then like it came to like an actual bee enemy, and I was like, oh for fuck's sake, my phobia's kicking in. But it wasn't as such as like, oh, it's all terrifying and such. I mean, it did look realistic, which did like make me flinch. But it was something that I can still look at, and it's like, okay, this is what I have. This is what I'm up against. And it's what I have to kill, and just go for it. So yeah, I want to do like a Mario RPG week if I can, but with the Superstar Sagas. If I do want, if it does get much better, I'm just like, I might do like Super Mario RPG. I'll try and do that if I can, though it won't be guaranteed because, like I said, I didn't grow up playing Super Mario RPG as much as I do, and it is a good game, especially with the music. I don't think I do want to play that one, especially like the Paper Mario series, since as I grew up, the 1,000-Year-Old Doll one was just an absolute bitch to finish when I was growing up. And when I managed to get a hold of Super Paper Mario, the most common glitch when it literally froze the game when you talk to a certain person in, like, I think the second world. And as soon as you go into a mansion, though I have from my ex-girlfriend, like, if you don't talk to her and just go past, then you can carry on with the game. But it just Super Paper Mario just ruined it for me with that game, and I was just like, no, I'm just handing it in. I'm trading it in for something else. I just didn't want it. So hopefully, when I do decide to like have some free time, and there's something I need to do, then I'll put it up. I'll start doing like Super Mario RPG Monday or something like that. Along with other things that I do want to try and get back into when I do have free time, and I will put a link into it, is like trying to get commissions, like commissions on Demon Art. Though if I wouldn't say you guys like certain artists like on Demon Art, though the ones I know. When I can, I'm gonna try and do like £5 commissions, or like just like sketch commissions, though picture that's up is not exactly mine. It's from like a friend of mine called Andrew, who at the time was like playing Animal Crossing, and he was thinking of characters to think of, and one of them was mine, which was just basically a persona of me, which was just Cam. Hopefully, if I can, I'm going to try and do like £5 sketch commissions. They'll probably be basic, and plus, it's somewhat for me to get back into because I do love drawing. And whilst at college, apart from like my work, all I did was just doodle. I just doodled in my sketchbook and just like drew whatever I wanted, minus like the explicit stuff, and I'll just keep it a little PG. But all I did was just doodle and doodle and doodle in my books, and I just not giving two shits about the world. I was just like, I don't want to do work. Oh, I'll just doodle, and just essentially do that. But as university came, it was like, I can draw, blah, blah, blah. And somehow that diminished over time because it wasn't essentially that I didn't want to do it. It was just, I was kind of forced, and I wasn't like essentially doing it for myself. I was just doing it for a job, even though university is not exactly a job, but it does feel like you are in a job. And I didn't feel like I was doing it for myself. I just did it for a job. And now that I'm in second year, it's still stuck in there with me that I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for a job. It's just lately I've like had art blocks, and it's just, I know with some artists like, oh no, there's no such thing as art blocks. Well, fuck you don't have there are art blocks, and artists do suffer from it. They do suffer, and it affects them like not severely, but they find ways to like curveball the art block. But it wasn't with my art block. It wasn't essentially like the job again. The whole not drawing for myself, drawing for a job. It's still stuck in there, but when I try and thought of anything, nothing would come out. I mean, I would start drawing like the skeleton part of it, and then it just went blank. It wouldn't, nothing would go on the page. But when it came to like actual university and for a job, for like the actual assignment, then it started coming out with one of them was like draw sort of like a reference for a model, but you're given like a certain theme, and like my theme was like magic. I started thinking like a modern day magician, using a guitar instead of like using the staff, blah 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 blah, and it came out. But when it comes to actually myself, nothing came out on the page, and just nothing. I was just like nothing. So hopefully, I do want to start doing £5 commissions, just so not only can I afford to like pay for my own stuff, because there are some things in life I do want to get a hold of, not only just Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers that's coming out, you know what I'm saying, but like going to conventions and like hopefully if I can like try and like make my own cosplay stuff, pay for like other things like for like my own food, pay for like going places, and just like the usual places I go to, like Manchester, go to like Bolton, my hometown Oldham, which I have missed a lot after like the move. But like since it's only been a year, like Bolton's still okay. It's now my home. I'm not saying it has grown on me, but like Bolton is like it is okay with minus like there's nowhere to shop or like nowhere for me to actually go except for CX game, and that's it. But I have missed Oldham, and with the travel card that I've had to like support me going through, not only to like to Bolton but to like university and for my travels, it's just like having the money just like to go to like other places, like I don't know, like to places that I know that my friends live, so like Liverpool, hopefully like even though it's freaking track down like London, even though that's very expensive, or just like hopefully like able to get like a passport and just like go to like different countries like France or Japan or I don't know, bloody America. I don't know, just like anywhere that I can just go with the commission money that they get, as well as like going to conventions like with the convention that's coming up now, MCM, but like others I don't know, like it's like a 2 year thing like Doki Doki, other conventions that my cosplay friends know, but others I don't know. It's like, I might just like go there, just like the off chance to see how it is and like buy merchandise. But hopefully, with the commission stuff, just like conventions, personal things, travel, and hopefully in general for it, just like buy new equipment. I mean, like a proper editing software, because I'm not gonna lie, the editing software that I just managed to get back, and you might have seen like PewDiePie use it in his like older videos, but he using like Windows Movie Maker, and I know that it's just like very basic, but it still works, and even it's real reliable. There will be the off chance where a video will blur out a bit when in post, but it'll come out fine once the full video's out. Though it still has that one track thing where it's like, you can't have multiple tracks. You have to save the video first before you can actually have another track. So you can just put like sound effects in and blah 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 blah. But it's just, if I manage to get a hold of commission money, some of that will go to like proper editing equipment. So like hopefully I can like get Premiere, like something like Premiere Pro or Sony Vegas Pro or just like essentially a good editing software, and maybe like something to like other video game capturing, so I can do like 360 games I want to do, or just like a proper. I'm not saying a proper computer, but like a computer that will have enough gigabytes or even terabytes just to like, so I can have games for it. And with my laptop now, just like use it for editing stuff. Because I have wanted to do some PC games, and one of them was, I was going to say for a special occasion, which was Stranger's Wrath, because not only do I love the Oddworld series, it was one of the Oddworld games that I had never played. And growing up, seeing that, I was like, I want to play it. But I didn't have the original Xbox at the time. And then as I grow up, when I managed to get a hold of Stranger's Wrath, I was like, yes, I managed to get a hold of it. I want to play it. And my 360 was not backwards compatible with it, which I was kind of upset with. Until like later on, found out Steve that they had PC versions. So I was like, yes, put it on my wish list. Managed to get money for it. Managed to get a hold of it. And what you can know, it did not work whatsoever, because there are just an amount of glitches in it, and I don't have a proper computer just to freaking run it. So hopefully, like, get money for like a better computer, so I can have hopefully run like PC games properly without it like just like saying, your memory is low, even though memory is not low to like show video of a game like League, because for some reason that pops up for some odd reason, which I will never know. But just in general, just like to keep me afloat, and hopefully just like a place of my own, because even though I'm grateful to like my stepdad, keeping me in his house. No, not keeping me, like letting me live in his house. I am grateful. It's just I still want to find a place of my own if I can, and just like do stuff and just have a place to call my own. So that's all I have to ramble about if I can. Hopefully, Final Fantasy Friday should come back soon. Again, it's going on hiatus at the moment until like everything's calmed down, I have enough time to do stuff on my own, so I can record it. Hopefully, I'll get the Mumesa stuff going. If I can, like do like a Super Mario RPG Monday day. Maybe like hopefully if I can do like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Maybe like do like a deck profile of like decks that I do have, because I do want to share them with and like some like the decks that I know that I've like personally worked on and like put time and effort into like making them so that they are good. I'll just like show replays of like how not saying how good of a player is, but like how it went on for like one match. Though though I will put up one video when I get the chance of like someone like using a library constantly going to get into Exodia. Though the famous one for doing that was a librarian stop. Though with my version it would be library stop, considering it was an Exodia thing. Maybe add that with another library stop, which was again an Exodia thing, but I managed like to actually finish a game off with it against it. Maybe do like the odd video here and there with it, with the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And hopefully we get a chance to try and do more PC games, because I do want to show off one game which even though like after a while you may think was it's a little not rubbish. It's just like, okay, it's still good, but it's kind of lost its like unique charm. But even then, it'll still like kick in like after like the enemy screams or something like that. So hopefully, if I can, just like do like a little perspective of that game, and hopefully try and do like like more PC game stuff, minus League of Legends, because I know those games take fucking forever. Even though I do have the patience to actually bloody play them. But hope you guys enjoy my rambling. I know some of it will not make sense with me like constantly rambling on, but if you do manage to like read between the lines and like do listen on towards the end, good on you. Hopefully, if I can, again, I'll leave like links below, like the artist who drew the picture of the Animal Crossing thing. Leave his DeviantArt page there. I'll leave a link to my DeviantArt page, and I will manage to try and get up the commission stuff up the best I can, just so I can get back into drawing. And hopefully I will get Final Fantasy Friday back on track once everything at university and once everything is sorted out at home and in my real life. So hope you guys enjoy this ramble and little update thing. If you can, leave a like, comment, and if you want to see more of my videos, please leave subscribe to it. And as always, my name's Cameron, and I'll see you guys next time.